Okay, I think I can knock out the rest of these three at once. This is the code for the main program that I'll show you. Right now it's just numbered menu options, enter and update transfer records. Right now we don't use much with the appeals records, but we need to be, so we'll make that part of this as well. It's a very quick and easy program, though it's not near as complex as entering the transfers. Every board meeting we must do a report or listing from the transfer file. We need to change the format of that anyway, and that's more or less a data dump within a set of date restrictions. So we might say, give us all the transfers July 1 to August 31st, and it pre-creates a tabular list. Number 4 is the option we use the most other than entering. That's to create the letter or label file. That was completely redone this year for simplification, and I'll show you real quick how. Because all we're doing now is creating a merge letter versus trying to create several different merges. We have 3 different ways that we need to be able to search by receiving school, sending school, or student last name. We might even want to be able to query and pull all the bylaw 6 ones or all the bylaw 6 ones from Bryan Station. We can do a lot of things with MySQL that we really couldn't do with DBase very easily. Delete or recall records. PAC removes all the deleted records. We don't ever want to do that now. We'll keep the records in perpetuity. Sort the database. Obviously, there's reasons for that. Check function key assignments, and that goes to this memload that you saw earlier. So that's basically all the main does. When I go to memload, all that does is, for me in the main program, it sets a series of function keys. And I'll show you what those variables are, because those are something we'll want to mimic this structure. There are several shortcut and key legal phrases that we need to be consistent on, so we've put them into shortcut keys so Darlene can't mess them up. Let's go ahead then, and I'll open up real quick Visual DBase and move it over here where you can see it. And if I go to the memload file, comes out of memvars. So use mem vars. We'll get that in a second. Let me come back and do that by itself. Sorry about that interruption. So that's the memload, and then right here, the last thing we'll talk about is the letter file, and this very simply creates us a merge file for Word to do the program. It goes in, opens up one file. The date's important. That was from back in Y2K. We had to have century. That was a thing that told us whether it was a 1900 or a 2000. Now I'm going to transfer by range of records. This is simply option 1 here, or option 2 or option 3 simply determines my groupings of records. This first one is give me by range of records. Darlene will sometimes do like record 10,001 through 10,300. We may do a date. We may also have an open-ended criteria, and this one might be a little tougher with MySQL, so I doubt that I'll ask you to even look at that. But these are the standard sentences that it comes up and replaces: first date, last date, or first record, last record, or open-ended criteria. Either way, it does the same thing. It goes through and replaces some generic variables with a combination of the data that's in the database, and then it copies it to a file called lettemp, and that becomes the merged data file for Word. So that way that file is just created and overwritten and overwritten and overwritten. Does not hurt a single thing for that to happen. And then down here, the routine that begins packing the records, transfers data. We can do some open-ended things down here where we're trying to replace it. This particular routine, we were just trying to make sure that we created labels, and we actually no longer use that routine. This is an old routine down here at the bottom. We were creating letters and labels separately, and that was just causing us lots of problems. So that's the basic source. I'm going to open up and show you those memory variables, and then that'll be the last thing before I just take you through the program real quick.